turning. Nope. Wind pushed it down. It hit the water, and you can see it going straight down.
He did it! He did it!
No way. Are you serious?
Copy that.
That was awesome. Topping the news at 5:30. We're joined now by Maurice Allen, the first person to successfully hit a golf ball across Niagara Falls. That was 427 yards, but that was 5 years ago from the Canadian side to Goat Island on the U.S. side. Tomorrow marks that 5 years, which is amazing. And Niagara Falls State Park will put a plaque where your ball landed on Goat Island to honor that accomplishment. Maurice, thank you for joining me this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. So you're back in town for this big plaque announcement. How does it feel that that's going to be put there?
Pretty cool. It's an awesome thing. My family's going to be here. My parents are here. My kids are here. So it's just something good that everybody can be a part of. As you saw on the video, I was there by myself with just a few people who were shooting it. So it was one of those things, nice to see it come back full circle.
Yeah, and you're from Florida. Do you still live in Florida?
Correct. I live in Orlando. I'm from Pine Hills, Florida, but I live in Apopka right now.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go back to 5 years ago. Now, you are a world long drive champion. You have 2 of your rings with you right now. But tell us about training for this. This is different. There was a lot of mist involved and wind.
Yeah, so this is actually, it's not much different than what you're training for on the day-to-day base with long drive. You're trying to hit the ball as far as you can, swing as hard as you can, as fast as you can. Obviously, it's a little more narrow of an area, a lot more at stake. If you can look back at that video, I was on this platform that was extremely unstable.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, so if you look at it, it shakes when you're swinging. So it was a little scary from that standpoint, but the training actually wasn't much different.
Okay. There was a lot of pressure involved with this. You kept saying a lot was on the line, your name was on the line. People were even cleared from that potential landing area in the Niagara Falls State Park area. Talk about that pressure.
So for me, the big thing was knowing that someone had attempted this before, they had not succeeded, and obviously at that point, I'm the reigning world champ, so I'm the longest guy on the planet. And if I can't do it, then maybe it can't be done, or what could this do to promote the sport to a higher level, which it actually ended up doing, and the sport took off after that. But I felt like there were a lot of people who were really depending on me to really come through and execute in that particular situation.
It only took you 4 attempts that day. And you didn't even think it made it.
No,
what was that moment like?
It was, first things first, I would say, is relief. Obviously, there was disbelief there, right? But it was something definitely cool to know that you accomplished something that no one had ever accomplished before, and honestly, probably no one ever will since, because now it's illegal to try it. So that part's pretty cool.
Very cool. You mentioned famous pro golfer John Daly. He tried to do this in 2005, so that was the other attempt. He couldn't do it. What was that like for you, knowing that this very famous golfer had attempted? There's video of him attempting it, and he said, you know, I can't make it happen. What was that like for you and the pressure involved that he couldn't do it?
To be honest with you, there's a lot of things that changed, technology, so on and so forth. It was a lot of things that have moved differently in the game in that 10-year period.
Okay.
So I definitely still big up to John for trying it. It was definitely hard. The wind was in my face. There was a lot of things going on. It was cold. Same thing with him. It was just one of those things. Sometimes, you know, you have what it takes that particular day. Every athlete knows that the separation between you and most other athletes is a very small margin. It's more of an environmental thing, and that was just my day, so I'm glad that it turned out the way it did.
It was a very humble answer for you.
It's an honest answer.
Okay, I am not a golfer, but I'm sure people who are watching are saying, what clubs, what balls are you using? So go ahead and tell them. I'm not going to be able to comment on it because I'm not really a golfer.
No problem. So the club that I'm using is a Shark Attack Golf, which is a long drive component company, and that's a 2-degree head with a Rev Rock and Roll shaft, which is a company based out of Osaka, Japan. And the ball I used was a Volvic. That ball was actually a Volvic XT.
Okay. Did you write that down? You've also launched the Grow the Game initiative to raise money and sponsor Black golfers who want to pursue their dream of playing professional golf. So you're really giving back in this environment as well. So tell me about that. Why does it mean so much to you to give back?
So for me, representation is everything. There are very few black golfers on a professional level that get the assistance, that get the help that is necessary to move forward on the male and on the female side of this game. And for me, I did not play golf growing up. I was not on a golf team. I didn't do any of those things. So to go and play a sport and travel the world and be extremely successful at something that I didn't spend my whole life investing in, and knowing that there were so many amazing possibilities, there's so much amazing talent out there that does not get seen. I felt like because I made it, it was my duty and my obligation to make sure that someone else has the opportunity to live out their dreams and see where that can take them, and then also grow this portion of value of minorities within this game, because if you don't have a large representation, the value is never really truly understood.
That's really inspirational. Maurice, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And good luck tomorrow as they honor you and put that plaque there. And next time I go, I'll look for it too.
Make sure you take a picture, sit on the bench, and put it on
Okay.
your Instagram.
I'll
tag
tag
me.
you on social media. Yeah.
Awesome.